Now, if you have children, you know that sometimes before you even know it, you've lost your temper and start yelling. But is this really the way to keep your kids in line? One expert says, think again. He's one of the authors taking part in this weekend's Texas Book Festival. Joining us this morning is Hal Runkel, the author of Screamfree Parenting, the revolutionary approach to raising your kids by keeping your cool. Good morning.
As if that's possible, right?
I was just thinking that same thing.
It's a work of fiction. I really should be in the fiction tent.
Well, tell us a little bit about your background.
I'm a marriage and family therapist, and thankfully this comes more from my experience as a therapist than it does as a parent, because, you know, we all have great parenting theories, and then we have kids, right? We're all great parents. We're all great parents until we have kids, because, gosh, it's just difficult. It's the most difficult thing most of us ever try to do, is raise kids. And yet it's also the most important. But here's the problem, is we pay so much attention to our kids' behavior that we lose sight of our own. And that's why the first principle is parenting is not about kids. It's about parents.
So do you think that, you know, losing control of yourself, that's the biggest enemy to a parent?
That is our biggest enemy. You know, and it's funny because it's the one thing that's under my control. But as soon as I lose it with my kids, and we've all done that, I've lost it with my kids, well, I recognize, what's the it in that sentence? Well, it's my adulthood. It's the very thing that differentiates me from my kids is the very thing I sacrificed in the heat of the moment. And then I wonder why they don't respect me. Why they don't respect any authority that I might have with them. It's because I'm acting just as immaturely as they are.
So that's why you say parenting is not about the kids, it's about the parents.
Instead of asking, how do I get my kids to behave in this anxiety-ridden way, it's how do I want to behave? Even if my kids don't. Especially if they don't. How do I want to behave? Because ultimately, I am still in control of me. But you know what? We sacrifice that and we say, don't make me pull this car over. As if they can. They're strapped in car seats. They can't
don't make me come back there.
Exactly. But as soon as I say it, they know they have that power over me. You know what? My kids are not that powerful. My kids, I want to help give them more and more power over their own lives, but I don't want to give them power over me by saying, all you have to do is this one thing and watch Dad just lose it. I'm going to lose it. And they're going to push that button, push that button, push that button.
Pushing buttons was fun as a child.
Oh, exactly. So what I have to do is take back my remote control. And that's what this book helps folks do.
Now, I know one part of your book talks about letting the consequences do the screaming. What does that mean?
Well, you know, our kids make choices all the time. And there are natural, logical consequences waiting to teach them what a lot of valuable information about that choice, whether it was a good choice or a bad choice. But you know what? We don't like our kids to suffer consequences. We like to step in. And so we'll say, I'm not going to tell you again, which everybody in the house knows is a lie because you're about to say the exact same thing again. I'm not going to tell you again. Or how many times am I going to tell you to bring this bike in? Well, you know what? I just say, look, honey, you've left your bike out. That's great. Just want you to know you have a choice. You can bring it in or you can leave it out. That's your choice, and I will respect either choice. But if you choose to leave it out, then I'm going to take it to Goodwill in the morning.
Ooh.
And then I don't have to say another word.
I'll be picking up my bike.
Exactly. What I have to do is say, you know what? She's responsible for this. Not, I'm responsible for getting her to bring the bike in. No, she is. And that's my job as a parent.
Very good. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, Hal, I am going to be buying this book for a few parents I know.
And
thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, all your viewers can download a free copy of the first chapter on our website, screamfree.com.
And I know they will definitely want to read it.
Thanks, Queenie.